Imagine that this simple scene is your game that you want to make a main menu for. Here I have only this sprite and the camera. So let's create a new scene, make it a user interface. Let's add some kind of a background. This will be a texture array. What is the resolution of our project? Here we can see it in the viewport size. Make sure that your background will be at least equal or maybe greater than the size of our viewport. Here I will use the paint.net to create some sample texture for our background. Here I have already set a proper size, so I will make this one with some quality that doesn't hurt my eyes. Okay, and let's save it, for example, in our project directory. Okay, I will call this one a background. Here in our texture, add our background. And here we have it. Next, we'll need some kind of a button for controlling directions. Let's add a simple button here, and let's fill it with text play, for example. We probably want to have it centered, so let's VBox container for positioning our objects one below each other. And let's put our button as a child of the VBox container. Now if we add a second object here, it will be automatically placed below the previous one. Let's delete button 2 for now. And we can also center the VBox container by anchor options here. Let's place it in the middle. Okay, now we want to add some kind of a script. Let's say to our main control node, attach a script. Let's call it a menu. Let's also save our main menu scene in our directory, for example. Here we'll be changing our scenes on the press of our button. So let's use our button. Let's connect a signal here being the pressed signal. Connect this one to the control node, and when the button is pressed, let's change a scene. You can do this by getting a tree, and here call a function, change scene to file, and here we just pick a scene that we want to change to. So our node to D, for example. Now we need to also set our main menu scene as our starting scene. You can do this by going to the project settings, and here into the run, the main scene, and use a menu scene. So now while running a project, we should start with a main menu, and while we press the play button, we should go into our other scene. As you can see, this one works. Now let's style our button a little bit. If you want to use textures, you can create a simple texture or download some free textures from the internet. I will create a simple texture here. I will make it, let's say, 100 by 50. Okay, and I will just, let's say, make this one blue. Save this one, call it a button. Okay, we can go now here, and in our button properties, you can look for the style, and here in theme overrides, okay, styles, we have different options for user interaction button. Let's, for example, save our texture on normal. Here we'll take a style box texture, and here in the texture we'll put our button texture. And now while it's called idle, the button will take our texture, but when we run this one and we hover over, the button won't keep the blue thingy because this one will be on the hover action here. You can also set a font for our button. Simply go here to fonts, and you can change this one here, or add a flipper font. You can also do something like putting many textures in one PNG file. So let's, for example, resize this canvas to the two button sizes. we have a blue on the left side and let's for example say red on the right side. Okay, let's save this one. Now it seems that we have two of those, but we can go into the subregion and here in editing. Okay, we have about 50 and 50. Let's be 150. And now here you need to take a grid snap. And if you take the right one, then the button will be red, as you can see. The other thing that you can do is that if you don't want to use texture, you can just take a Starbucks flat here. Here you can change the color also. Other cool things, you can make cornered surround here. If you don't want to keep it as a rectangle, you can give margins here. You can also set these options on the. You can also set these options here on the skybox texture, which I showed you earlier. Of course, you can now just copy every button and this one will keep a style. But if you don't want to do this, you can also revert all these changes here and use a theme which is inherited from parent to children. So that's for example, go into the control node and here look for the theme. Okay, add a new one, go into the options. You will see a window like this, and you can add a new one. You can add a new button, and here, if you press on this tab, here you can also, on the normal as before, you can override item, and a new tab will show itself here. New style, and you can also press a new text box, new style box texture here, and put our texture, and this one will apply to all. Okay, I think that this one will be it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.